hmm
But how do you deal with a friend that has like mental health issues? Like they're going through shit, or like because you know how some people with anxiety, just to get serious here, have like they don't answer the phone as well, and because some people get annoyed by that. Like for example, I sometimes will have my moments where I'm going through my depressed state, and I will be a very shitty texter, and then
hmm
I know the person on the other hand trying to contact me is probably upset that I'm not answering their texts or stuff like that. And I've also been on the other side of that. I've dealt with somebody who has dealt with these stuff and all that. I was dealt with like anxiety, depression, all that mental health shit, and
hmm
I'm like, yo, why aren't you responding? So how do you deal with a friend that is going through a mental health issue, state,
Um,
deals with stuff like that?
I have a lot of different friends that deal with a lot of different like mental health stuff, whether it's like situational or it's like, really like mental health struggles every day.
Mm-hmm.
And I kind of deal with them the same in the way of like, if I know, if I know that they are a type of person that deals with mental health issues every day, me personally, I feel like I would be helping less if I check in on them every single day. You
You'll
know what I'm
be
saying?
helping less if you checked in on them every single day.
Yeah, only because it's like me personally, if I rarely ever feel like down or like super depressed to where it's like debilitating for me to like do anything or go anywhere or whatever.
You lucky man.
But like but like I mean, and it's just because of my state of mind. I feel like I have a very you know, healthy, rational state of mind on how I, look at things and look at life and my perception of just how, things work in the universe and things like that. Um, and if I know that someone is struggling very deeply every day with their mental health, I'm just the type of person that I would reach out to them and be like, hey man, I know I haven't heard from you in a while and you're probably, dealing with some stuff. But if you ever want to talk, I'm here. Reach out to me and we can have a 4 hour conversation, whatever it needs. Even if you just need me to be on the phone just to be like an ear to listen to,
Mm-hmm.
you know, call me. Let me know what's up. You know what I mean? Um, Now that also goes to say like, if I text you on a Monday and I let you know all of the stuff and I kind of got a response from you, and it was one of those things of like, yeah, I'm really going through something now, and I'm just trying to take care of it, and whatever you say that you're trying to do to take care of your mental health, I would do my utmost to respect that. So like if you're one of those people that I know you like to like deal with those things on your own and kind of just,
Yeah.
do whatever it is that you need to do for your own mind. I don't want to be I would feel like the constant reminder if I'm texting you every day that you're going through something. Sometimes people just need to forget that they're going through something or go outside and like treat themselves to like a good day of like watching a movie or doing certain things that they just like to do in order to get them out of that funk. So I feel like if I was texting them and calling them and checking up on them every day, it would kind of be a hindrance in that way.
Hmm.
Actually, and it's funny that you asked that question because I kind of had a situation like that recently. I had a friend that was kind of going through something, and he's not a person that really deals heavily with like mental health issues like on a daily basis and stuff like that. It's more like situational, and when it comes to certain things, certain situations where it's like relative based or like a death in the family and things of that nature, I'm not the first person to say like, let's say if you make a post about it or if you make a post about it or whatever the case may be, I'm not the type of person to, reach out to you immediately and like give you all those condolences via like social media and stuff like that.
I'm the opposite.
Um,
Just putting that out there.
what?
Well, you just say you're not the person to like hinder them. Like sometimes I feel like I'm too much of a hinder because I like not saying that you don't care, but like I care a lot to the point where I'm like I maybe then it's just my own anxiety or my own like trying to feel like I'm doing the right thing.
Hmm.
Where like, let's just say you were going through something right now. I'd hit you up like every day to be like, or like
And
maybe
that's
every two
and
days,
that's
or if you like posted something like a little alarming on social media, I'll come out
yeah.
and be like, "Yo, are you good? What's up?" Or I just like start a simple
And
conversation,
don't
which again maybe feels disingenuine because I probably wouldn't do it. Like remember, like if you, I don't know if this is disingenuine to like hit up somebody that you normally wouldn't talk to and just start speaking to them more often, knowing they're going through
that's my thing
something.
with it. I don't feel like it's genuine. Like
Mm-hmm.
if, especially when like there's like, hello, you hear me?
Mm-hmm.
You hear me?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, okay, my bad. Um, especially when it's like a death, right? And you post about it on social media. A person very close to you passed away. I feel less genuine by being one of those people in like the comment section, wishing you like condolences and stuff
Well,
like
I
that.
wouldn't do that in the comment section. I would just literally just
But
hit
that
you up.
but that's what I'm saying. So I'm the type of person that I would like maybe like a day or two and kind of reach out to you and kind of like try and spark up a conversation and make sure everything is good in that way. You know what I'm saying? And I had a situation where a good friend of mine lost somebody very close to them, and I knew how close they were with each other, and you know they posted about it or whatever the case may be, and instead of being in the comment section and giving them my condolence, uh I waited a couple of days and then hit that person up to try and check on them, and I really didn't get a response back until I saw that person like a little while later in person, and I kind of had a
So,
conversation with them.
how do you deal with that? Because it's like,
So when it kind of gets to that level, then I feel like it's only right to kind of have a conversation in person. You know what I mean? So, when I finally seen this person, I kind of told them like, yo, what's up? What's going on? And the person kind of conveyed to me like, yo, I kind of felt some kind of way that, for as close as we are, for you to not express your condolences fast or as fast as I expected, especially like they kind of wanted it in that moment for me to check
mm,
on them. Um,
let me see that.
and
I've definitely felt that way about not you, but like other people in the past.
yeah, yeah. And he expressed to me like, I felt like I should have gotten that from you in that moment. And I had to have a conversation with them and be like, look, we've been friends for a very long time, and I don't think that I've ever had someone pass away in my family that you know I needed that from you. And I don't think I've ever known anyone in your family to pass away like this close to you and have it affect you the way that it did since, we've been friends with each other. But this is just how I view being that person, and sharing my, condolences and having it feel more genuine. Because I'm
Mm-hmm.
not the type of person that, God forbid someone really close to me passes away tomorrow. I'm not the type of person that goes on social media and needs to post about it. I'm
All
the
right,
kind of person that I like to grieve in silence, and I kind of like to just take it into myself. And with people like reaching out to me, it can be very overwhelming for me as a
so would
person.
you feel type of way if I hit you up quick?
I would appreciate it. I would accept it, and I would be happy for it, but I wouldn't go looking for it. You know what I'm saying? Like
Okay.
if you knew that someone close to me passed away, and you just knew because you just know, and you hit me up the day of, I'll definitely write back and I'll be like, yo man, thanks, I appreciate it, and kind of just leave it at that. Um, because I'm a kind of person that I like to grieve in silence. I like to grieve to
But all
myself.
right, but what if I know that and I just don't hit you up because you just told me that you grieve in silence, and I'm like, all right, I know Freddie grieves in silence. Maybe I'm just not gonna hit him up and I'm just let him do his thing. But
And then I would be fine with that.
you'd be
Because
fine with that.
if you yeah, because if you know me as a person, and you know that that's the way that I operate, then yeah, I would appreciate more that, like, even if it happened a week ago and we didn't see each other in a week, and then we wound up, hey man, let's meet up, let's go out and do something, and then we wind up meeting up and you say, hey, I know so and so passed away a week or two ago, and I just wanted to tell you in person, I hope everything is all right. I hope everything's going good. And if you need anything, what I'm saying, just let me know. Like, I would appreciate that a lot more because it only helps my way of grieving. But even if you did the opposite of that, I'm still receptive to it. I'm
What
just
did
not.
I don't know if I cut you off. What did you tell your friend that he said? They said I don't know if it was a he or she, but they
Oh,
said to avoid dating
I
people,
just
right?
I explained to them the way I grieve, and the way I grieve, I only know how to reciprocate that to someone else. I'm
Mm-hmm.
not the type of person I'm not the type of person that's gonna check on you every day and blah blah blah. You know what I'm saying? I'd rather allow you to grieve because I don't understand your grieving process. I only know how I grieve.
What if that other person probably wants the no? Like this person obviously wanted the attention.
So and
So
then
how do you
this
deal with
person
that?
so then that's where the conversation went, and he was like, well, I would have appreciated, if you would have hit me up sooner, and or we could have had a phone conversation or a text conversation, just to make sure I'm good. And I said, well, okay, I understand that, and I'll take that as, you know my fault, and I'll know for next time that that's what you need as a friend or as a brother to you. That's what you need, and I'll cater to that. That's fine,
Do you
because
only do? I'm sorry.
sometimes
You.
you some
Sorry.
sometimes you have to cater to, what a person needs at that
Of
time,
course.
especially if they mean that much to you.
Does that change how you cater to other people, or is it just that person?
um Again, it's just the level of how you know that person. Like,
Mhm.
if it was you, what I'm saying, and you were the one that told me, like, I kind of need that, constant checkup, and making sure that I'm good, then I would do that, no problem. You know what I'm saying? Because not only are you supposed to be aware of how you grieve and be able to let people know that that's who you are, but you're also supposed to be receptive to how other people are, because if you love those people and you care about those people, you want to be there for them the way that they need you. You know
What
what I'm
about if
saying?
this
So
person? What if it's somebody you don't know?
if it's somebody I don't know, I would still, like, and again, if it's somebody I don't know, or if we're going through a situation where this is the first time it's ever happened with us being like
Like,
friends or just around each other or just being acquaintances,
yeah.
I'd be like, hey man, this is how I know that I grieve, and I kind of don't like to, push anybody's boundaries or whatever. But if this is what you need and you feel like I did the opposite of it, again, my bad. I'll know better for next time.
I'm. Yeah. I'm. Sometimes I feel like I'm too intrusive when it comes to
I don't
stuff like
like
that.
being intrusive. I don't. That's the thing, bro. I'm very afraid of, like, being intrusive on people's personal
I'm
things. You know what
afraid
I mean?
too, but once I'm not. See, I'm afraid, and then I'm also not because if you're going through that, if you post it on social media, you're obviously crying for attention. Like you're because why
Not in a
else would
bad
you
way
post it
though.
on social media? You
Not in a
obviously
bad
want
way of, like, crying for attention though.
not. I don't mean it in a bad way. Like it's
Yeah.
not bad to want to cry for attention, but like you obviously want the condolences, you want the messages, you want somebody to check in on you because you wouldn't post on social media. I've had my battles. I don't post everything on social. I don't post anything about it on social media
Yeah.
because, but and that's also not saying I don't want the attention because I do. Maybe that's my problem sometimes. Um, but like I'm always gonna be the one to hit you up and be like, "What's up? What's up? What's going on?" And I feel like that might be too much, and I'm gonna hit you
And
up
that's
every
cool.
day. And even if I don't know you, I'm still gonna hit you up. Like
And that's
imagine
cool
somebody
because
that on your
that's the kind of person
timeline
you are.
is like, "I'm gonna kill myself in 3 days or tonight." How do you just like
Well
not
then
say nothing and just
yeah,
like go
no,
to the next
that
story?
yeah, that's something different. You know what I'm saying? Like, if somebody writes that, and I kind of like know this person, I'll be like, hey man, like, do you need
What if
somebody
you
to
don't
talk
even
to?
know them though?
Because
Do you just go to the next story? Like you just say it's just
I
somebody
don't
like
know, man.
that's the question. Like, what do you
I
do?
mean, if I follow them enough on if I'm following them on social media, then, like, I mean, you don't just, I mean, sometimes you just follow random people, but
Yeah.
if someone writes that, you know what I mean, and I know that it's very easy to contact them, or get their attention in some kind of way, and be able to have, like, a dialogue with them, then I'll definitely reach out. But if I'm following this random Joe Schmo that I've never met in my life, and they're like, hey man, I'm gonna, you know do something to myself, then I'd be like, I mean, I have no way of contact, and I have no way of contacting this person that's
I
like
mean,
of value. You know what I'm saying? Like
but you do have
anybody
some.
could.
You do have a way
No,
of
but I'm saying
contacting
like
them though.
no, but I'm saying like if they post that on social media and like yeah, I could message them just like the other people that might message them on social media, but like I still feel like that's not enough. You know what I'm saying? Like I would like the ability to call this person. Like even I would probably message them like, hey man, if you need somebody to talk to, like call me.
But you would message. You wouldn't just slide to the next story.
But yeah, nah, I wouldn't slide to the next story. But I mean, like if I wrote like, hey man, here's my number, give me a call, like we could talk. But like if that person never talk, never calls me, I'm not gonna be like, fucking distraught about it. I'm gonna be like, hey man, I tried.
Would you ever cut somebody off if you felt like their mental health was a hindrance to your own mental health, to your own life?
Um,
Hmm.
if it became a trend where it was toxic, then maybe yes.
Give me an example.
Um, if this person is always saying that, they're gonna do something to themselves and,
To a
they
boy who
say,
cries wolf.
yeah, if they keep crying wolf, but if I'm also going out of my way to offer you like help and like sanctuary and like being that person to talk to, and you just never like reach out or you never take, what I'm trying to give, then I would just be like, hey man, I'm trying, but you know what I'm saying? You don't want anything that I'm offering.
I'd feel super guilty to ever cut anybody off in that situation because it only takes one time for the wolf to bite.
You're right. You're right.
And what if that one time that I was like, you know what, I'm done. I'm not gonna offer you anymore. You never take it. It's over. They actually do it. They actually follow through on their threat.
Yeah.
How do you deal with that? I would feel super guilty personally.
I don't know, man. It's just all situational. Like I know what my brain can handle, and I know, how to not let things, take a hold of my life in that way. And like again, if it was you, like I'd try every single day. But
But
if it's just
that's
some
the
regular
thing,
Joe,
though.
but if it's just some regular Joe Schmo on the street or a person that I follow and never really ever spoke to in my life, I can't really give them that energy. You know what I'm saying? Only because like I could use that energy for someone else that like a relative or like a close friend that actually needs that attention and wants that attention. I can't be the fucking, the hotline for everyone, especially if I'm offering the hotline and then that person never
Yeah,
calls. You know what I'm saying?
but then I don't know. I mean, I get it. I
It, it's
definitely get
a
what
it's
you're
a
saying.
it's a
It,
slippery slope, bro.
yeah, there's no real. I don't know if there's a right
There's no
answer to this
there
question.
isn't. I don't think there is at all. It's just all what a person can take mentally. There has to be some form of give and take there. And if you're just one of those people that like someone's misfortune, someone's misfortune can
Mhm.
become your misfortune and like take their whatever they're going through can kind of like take over your life and put you in a bad space. I don't think that that's healthy either. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah,
yeah, I mean, it's hard, man. I mean,
mental health
definitely,
is
like,
tough.
call your friends, man. Call your friends, call your family, check up on them. Do as much as you can, but it's got to be within some range of sanity. You know what I mean? You got to have humility on one hand, but you also have to have a balance of your own personal sanity. Like